What's going on, guys? It's PokePond back with another video for you. Wanted to talk to you guys today about some potential huge news coming in the Pokemon card game. This could be massive for investors. It could be a great opportunity to double, triple, 10x your stack, all of that. Make sure you subscribe down below if you're new to the channel. We talk about all the new releases and we track sealed product prices and make recommendations, etc. Let's get into it. Okay, so a few things to talk about today. I just wanted to make a super quick little bonus video for you in between my normal uploads, just because there's quite a lot to talk about. There's a lot of rumors floating around in the hobby at the moment around this potential new Team Rocket set that might be coming out. You might have heard about it, you might not have. It's only in sort of the last few days that it's been sort of hinted about online, but it seems like quite a lot of creators online are making content on it. As with you guys, I've always said to you that I will keep you up to date with anything that I hear. I did sort of even just a couple of months ago now mention to you guys that Pokemon Center had taken the trademark Paradise Dragonia or Draguna, essentially translates to Paradise of the Dragons. And usually what happens is Japan sort of trademarks their set names before they come out, a little while before they come out. So we are quite sort of hopeful that we're going to get a dragon set coming up pretty soon. This isn't a guarantee, but this is pretty certain. This is how things have gone in the past. Usually whenever they trademark something like this, it does end up becoming a Japanese set, and then usually that set and usually another set as well gets combined and becomes our English set a few months later. So we're already overdue a bit of a dragon set coming up, and they've just recently trademarked two more names, which has got everyone super excited. So the main one that they've trademarked roughly translates to the glory of Team Rocket, and this is absolutely huge. They also trademarked this, which is Terrastal Festival. I'm just going to talk quickly about Terrastal Festival. Again, we don't really know anything about this, but the whole point of festival, the rough translation of festival internationally means something that's on almost seasonally or for a short amount of time. So in my eyes, and this is just speculation, this could line up well with potentially a holiday set, potentially the next holiday set to come out. I mean, we've just got Shrouded Fable announced. Shrouded Fable's going to be coming out fairly soon here in the UK and the US. So perhaps this is going to be the next special set after that, towards the end of the year. Well, after the end of the summer, so probably around about August time, August, September. Perhaps this could be what becomes our new special set. It will probably have a different name, but yeah, keep your eyes peeled on this one, which makes me excited that potentially this dragon set is going to be a mainline set. And then also we're talking about this, a Team Rocket set. That could be absolutely huge. So we know nothing about this at the moment other than speculation. So they've reserved the trademark for the name Glory of Team Rocket. That could mean anything. It could be a game coming out, which would be even huge. Imagine if they brought out a Team Rocket Switch game or something. That would be huge. Anyway, potentially a mainline card set, which would be massive. So I don't think a lot of people understand just how huge a Team Rocket set would be. So the two main sort of Team Rocket sets of the past are the original Team Rocket set from the original era, and then we had Team Rocket Returns in the EX era, which is interesting. Some of the banger cards that came out in the original Team Rocket set and then were later re-released in other sets like Legendary Collection are some of, in my opinion, the best Pokemon cards that have ever come out. So we had the Dark Charizard, Dark Blastoise, Dark Raichu, and these go for a lot of money now, especially like PSA 10s and first first editions, even like the legendary collection ones that came out like much later. They still go for like thousands and thousands of pounds. Um, yeah, like dark cards, I think was such like an interesting way that they took the hobby, and I was so disappointed when they dropped it. I was a little bit disappointed when they brought out Team Rocket Returns as well, because I thought it could have been so much more as like a sequel to this set. So I'm really excited that this could be the next big thing in Scarlet and Violet. And today I really wanted to like have this as like a bit of a speculation video and sort of my predictions for Scarlet and Violet, because in my normal videos I break down once a week. I usually release it right at the start of a weekend. I usually break down all of like the price movements across like sealed products for like Sword and Shield, Scarlet and Violet, etc. I talk about plays that are being made, but I often don't get enough time to like just really talk about like my opinions, because I'm very careful about when I'm talking about money and about price movements that I don't mix that in with like my own opinions. I like to stick to the facts because I don't want my own opinions to muddy too much in with like when I'm talking about current prices. Basically, I don't want people to get the wrong idea and just sort of snowball off of what I'm saying and be like, oh my god, I've got to buy this set because PokePond said, he's buying 10 cases of it, blah blah blah. He says that this is going to be the next big set in Scarlet and Violet. I mean, I might say that, but I try and keep my opinions a little bit more to a minimum on those price comparison videos, keep them more factual, and then I'll make these like bonus videos in between where we talk more in detail about sort of individual cards, singles, perhaps things that are coming up in the news, etc. So yeah, just really hyped about this, and I want to have a look at sort of like the release schedule of Scarlet and Violet, and I think this is going to get you guys a little bit excited as well. So at the moment we have had 6.5 apparently 6.5 sets release for Scarlet and Violet at the moment. The reason why these 0.5s are because these are holiday sets, so they're not the mainline sets that came out. So basically anything that came out with a booster box is a mainline set, so they get an official number. So we've had 6 mainline sets at the moment in Scarlet and Violet, and there's been a lot of talk about how Scarlet and Violet has like really not hit the mark and people aren't really happy with how things are, but as someone who has seen many blocks go past, I've seen all of XY go past, Sun and Moon go past, Sword and Shield go past, and now we're in Scarlet and Violet, and I've been investing all along the way. I can tell you that this is completely normal. Pokemon goes in like waves of popularity, and it just takes time for sets to get established, and I can prove that as well by going back through the other blocks in a moment. But what I really wanted to draw your attention to is that we are on block 6. So Twilight Masquerade has just released, which is block 6. Typically you have about 12 to 13 set releases within a block, so we're about halfway there now. Now if we look at what's happened in the past, the second half of every single block that's come previously in modern Pokemon, and when I talk about modern I'm talking about like mid X and Y series onwards, the second half has always been bangers, and it's always performed so much better than the first half. And there's a few reasons for that. One is the obvious, that there's just better sets, but two is that the block has already become like a little bit established by that point, and usually around about set 7, which is going to be our next set to be released, which we don't know what it's going to be yet. Potentially it's a Team Rocket set, potentially it's a Dragon set. It could be an absolute banger. So let me draw your attention to what set 7 was in Sword and Shield. Who can guess? Evolving Skies. And I just want you to have a look at what came before Evolving Skies in the block. Sword and Shield base. Okay, not the most popular set, and especially let's talk about from like an investment standpoint of view and like a price point of view. Sword and Shield base set was just dead in the water price for a long time. Same with Rebel Clash, Same with Darkness Ablaze. There just wasn't the demand there to see a major increase in price. Vivid Voltage, same thing. Battle Styles, don't even get me started on Battle Styles. Chilling Pain. Chilling Pain, I really like as a set, but it just sat for the longest time below retail, and the quality behind it was so bad. It's only in recent times that Chilling Reign has really started to like elevate in price because got up there in age and it's got out of that reprint window, and now people are FOMOing into it. And this is what happens, guys. People like always hate on the first half of the block, and then over time people come back to it. I mean, there's not much price movements on these apart from like Chilling Reign is starting to go up in price quite a bit. Base set is, and Rebel Clash is. Not because Rebel Clash and Sword and Shield base are good sets, there's just not much supply of them around. I don't think many people really put them away. But anyway, let's get back onto the subject. So we had second half of Sword and Shield. We had Evolving Skies. Big hitter. Really kicked off the second half of the season. Evolving Skies straight into Celebrations, which is holiday set, fair enough, but again, banger set. Fusion Strike, Brilliant Stars, Astral Radiance, Pokemon Go was in there. It had to happen at some point. Again, holiday set. We're not going to count the holiday sets. Lost Origin, Silver Tempest, and then ended strong with a strong holiday set, Crown Zenith. Like, Sword and Shield, when you look back at it, the second half is so much better than the first half. Let's do Sun and Moon. Let's do same thing. I remember Sun and Moon base coming out. I had loads of it. I've talked about this lots on the channel. It took 4-5 years for me to see a decent profit on my Sun and Moon base set boxes. It just looked like it wasn't going to move. Literally, like 3.5-4 years after I bought them, they were still selling for retail, which is absolutely crazy. So Sun and Moon, Guardians Rising, meh sets. Burning Shadows, really like that. Nice chase. Really good chase, which I think is important in modern sets, and I think that's why some of the later Scarlet and Violet sets are going to start to do well, because it does seem like the chase cards are getting harder to hit, and I think that's really important for the health of a set financially. Burning Shadows, Crimson Invasion, Ultra Prism, Forbidden Light, all of these are okay sets. They're not bad. I do quite like Forbidden Light actually, and I do like Burning Shadows, but besides the chase in Burning Shadows, there really wasn't much to the set. So if you didn't pull the big boy, you know, you were pretty disappointed. Anyway, second half was so much better. So let's start off the second half of Sun and Moon. We went into Celestial Storm, Dragon Majesty as a special holiday set. Then we got Lost Thunder, Team Up. Let's not talk about specials. Unbroken Bonds, Unified Minds, Cosmic Eclipse. So much better. Guys, we haven't even seen any movement yet. Any serious movement into Scarlet and Violet, but believe me, people have got money and they're just waiting to flood into Scarlet and Violet. As soon as some banger sets come out, I guarantee they will get bought up, and they will get bought up quickly. Everyone is just waiting for it, and I tell you what, a strong Dragon set or a strong Team Rocket set could be the one to do it. And Pokemon Company are not stupid. They understand how things go sort of like seasonally, and I think they're just timing set 7 to be a banger, whatever it may be. I think set 7 and set 8 are going to be will absolutely crush all of the other Scarlet and Violet sets out of the water. And now that we can see some of these trademarks that are getting reserved, it's just another sort of positive sign that that's what's going to happen. Again, I just wanted to have a look at some of the cool cards from like Team Rocket. We briefly sort of looked at some of these. So you had the Dark Blastoise, the Dark Charizard. Such nice cards. Like, I honestly think the holo version of the Dark Charizard is one of the best Charizard cards they ever came out with. Absolutely love it. And then we'll have a quick look at Team Rocket Returns as well, which again I don't think really hit as hard as it should have hit. But again, you had some really cool dark Pokemon. I'll just go over a few of them. I just thought the artworks were so cool, and it was such a nice idea and direction to take Pokemon. I think they should do more of it, especially with like the quality of the art nowadays. I think they could make some really nice special illustration rares in the dark format. I mean, just look at this Golbat. Who even cares about Golbat normally? But as soon as you make him dark and do like a bit of a moody graphic behind him, I just think it looks 10 times better. And yeah, with the way art is at the moment on special illustration rares and chase cards at the moment, I just think there's so much potential to make some seriously cool cards. Even this, like, it's quite a basic design, but this dark Golduck is so cool. I might have to try and hunt one of these down if they're not too expensive in a PSA 10. I bet they will be because they're quite old. I don't know if this is repeated in a later set. I don't think it is. I think Team Rocket Returns is the only place you can get this dark Golduck. Anyway, let's move on. So there's not much going on with Team Rocket at the moment. So Team Rocket has been out of the limelight for quite a while. I think the only place where you're ever really going to interact with Team Rocket is perhaps on the games. So like Pokemon Go, I think did some kind of like Team Rocket event during COVID. I don't know if that's still running. I don't play Pokemon Go. But I just wanted to show something really interesting to you. So this is Google Trends. So this is the last 12 months, and it basically looks at like how popular two different Google search terms are against each other. And what it does is it puts 100%, which is here, which is like the very peak of the last year of how many searches were done, and then it gives a percentage rating compared to that for everything else. So you can see that in red is people searching for Pokemon cards. So for Pokemon cards this year, it peaked in surprise surprise December 24th. So Christmas time, everyone was searching for Pokemon cards. That was the peak of Google searches throughout the year, and then it slowly dropped down throughout the year. And we're at this stage here, probably one of the lowest points in the year at the moment. People are searching for the term Pokemon cards worldwide on Google. Now, I just wanted to highlight out something very interesting to you guys when I was having a little play around with this. The blue line is people searching for Team Rocket. Now, like I said, there's not really anything been going on with Team Rocket recently. However, at the moment, so 62% of the peak is searches for Pokemon cards compared to the all-time peak here of Christmas last year. So it's down 38% on Christmas, people searching for Pokemon cards. However, about a quarter of all searches on Pokemon cards, people are searching for Team Rocket, which I thought is actually quite a high number considering there's nothing really going on with Team Rocket at the moment. There hasn't been a Team Rocket set for a long time. Like I said, there might be some interactions with them in like the anime or the games, but I really didn't expect this number to be that high. And to put this into perspective on how popular Team Rocket is, even when nothing's going on, I want to compare this to, and this will probably surprise you, I want to compare this to the search term for Evolving Skies. Okay, so Evolving Skies is, in my opinion, the most popular set of modern. And let's see how it compares to the search terms of Team Rocket. Evolving Skies is coming up in yellow now. Okay, so just 5% of the all-time high of searches at the moment is for Evolving Skies in ranking. Team Rocket is getting more than 3 times more searches on Google at the moment than Evolving Skies. And it's not even at the moment, because this news has only come out in the last couple of days about potentially this Team Rocket set that might be coming. But look, this is consistent all year. It even had a peak here in March of this year. It even did way more. And that's when Pokemon cards had a little peak as well. It's weird, like Team Rocket kind of followed it. And I don't really have a reason why, but yeah, look, even if we go back, so like, let's go back 5 years. So 5 years, it gets a bit messy here. So yellow, here's the peak. So this is Evolving Skies getting released. And it still was only on release day of Evolving Skies. It was only like half as popular as Team Rocket, and Team Rocket has just continued this solid trajectory. Now, there's a few reasons for that. Maybe people are looking at like collecting old Team Rocket booster boxes, perhaps some of the old dark cards in sort of PSA, perhaps checking prices and stuff like that. But I just thought it was interesting that Team Rocket is getting searched 3 times as much as Evolving Skies. Maybe that leans into what how popular it's going to be on release. Who knows? Like, we don't know whether a Team Rocket set is actually coming yet. This is all speculation. I'm pretty certain it will be, though. Be it a special holiday set. I'm hoping it's a mainline set, though. And if they go hard with like some serious artworks and some serious chase cards that are hard to pull, I think we could have an absolute banger on our hands. And I just want to quickly, before I go as well, just have a look at some of the price movements in Scarlet and Violet, because I'm telling you guys, money is starting to flow into Scarlet and Violet now, and you haven't seen anything yet. Like, the serious investors haven't moved their wedge into Scarlet and Violet yet. Everyone's got everything tied up in Sword and Shield, and it's not always going to be that way. People are soon going to be looking for the next big thing, and it's starting now. So get in early. Paldea Evolve starting to move. Just look at these graphs. Like, I'll break down the prices in my normal price breakdown videos. That's not what this is for. I'm just showing you graphs, okay? Paldea Evolved, still cheap, don't get me wrong. It hasn't been out for that long. There's still plenty of supply about it available. There probably will be reprints of it as well. But look, Paldea Evolve starting to move. Scarlet and Violet base, probably one of the worst ones. Again, we're below retail, but we're creeping up in price, guys. The money is slowly coming in. The stock is slowly getting bought up. And I tell you what, once it's not available anymore, and once it goes out of reprint window as well, once it hits that 2 years, these things are going to explode. Paradox Rift, look, we're creeping up. And I tell you what, I've been around for a long time, and I've been investing for a long time as well, like I said, over multiple blocks. And this is really positive. I have not seen this much hype and this much money start to flow in this early into a block. And I don't care what people say in the comments. I don't care what anyone's commentary is online. I'm just going by the data. Scarlet and Violet is selling. Yes, it's below retail at the moment, but that's because it's widely available. The money hasn't flown. The money hasn't flooded in yet into this block. Believe me, it's coming, and it won't take the 2 years until it's out of reprint window. Prices are going to start creeping up. Believe me, as soon as stock starts going off the shelves, which I think is going to be over the next 6 months, I think we're going to start to see prices creeping up. Look, we were well below retail here, even on temporal forces. They were going for 100. They're starting to creep up in price. Yeah, it's only a couple of bucks, but we're creeping up already. Like, you got to remember, when things only cost $100, an increase of $4-5 is an increase of 4-5%, and that's already. These are widely available, and they're widely available below retail everywhere as well, and they're creeping up. Look at this, 151 Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box. We're creeping up week on week. They're slowly building. A couple of bucks here, a couple of bucks there. It's getting there, I'm telling you, and we're just waiting for that one big set to come to really kick off the second half of the block. And if all of the second half of the block are as many bangers as the other Sword and Shield and Sun and Moon, I mean, just look at how much better these are. Evolving Skies, Fusion Strike, Brilliant Stars, Astral Radiance, Lost Origin, Silver Tempest. If we have a run like that in the end of Scarlet and Violet, I tell you what, it's going to lift all of these earlier sets as well. I don't even think these early sets are bad. I think some of them are really good. I've bought into some of these, and they're so cheap to buy into at the moment. I just think that the money hasn't fully come in yet. Like, everyone's chucking their money at this at the moment. But once these all start to get priced out and they start to go a bit more stagnant, I'm telling you, it's all going to flow into here. And if we get a rocket set or a dragon set, I'm telling you, do not sleep around. Don't wait for reprints. Don't mess around with any of that nonsense. I personally am buying straight in. If there's a solid rocket set with good pulls, I'm filling up my entire property with them. I'm telling you. I'm filling it from floor to ceiling. I'm not messing about. I'm ready to go big into the next big set. I've successfully predicted the last few big sets. I went fairly hard into Evolving Skies for what I'm comfortable with financially. Did really well with it. I'm waiting for the next thing. The next thing hasn't come yet. The next thing could be a rocket set, or it could be this Paradise Dragon set, whatever it may be. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. I had a bit of fun just sort of ranting along. Let me know if you enjoy this style of video down below. You know, me just talking a bit more about sort of like predictions and about more of the news coming up, and just like analysing some old cards, because I really enjoy it. That Raichu is absolutely fire. Anyway, make sure you subscribe to never miss an opportunity. Hope you guys had a wonderful day, and peace.